Hi everyone, my name's Lori Degman. I'm a picture book author. I've been reading my books and putting it on my YouTube channel, and I still have 4 more to go. I've done 2 already, One Zany Zoo and Cockadoodle Oops. And I'm excited to share that after seeing those videos, an interpreter in ASL, where I used to work, has donated her time to interpret them and add it to my videos. So I'll share a link at the end of where you can see the interpreted versions of One Zany Zoo and Cockadoodle Oops, because those are on her YouTube channel. Going forward, she's going to interpret them for me before I post them on my channel. So from now on, my next 4 stories will have ASL interpreting included. And for those of you who don't know, I used to be a teacher of the deaf and hard of hearing. So to me, it's really exciting to be able to have these stories accessible to students and parents who are deaf or hard of hearing. So look for that link at the bottom of the description so you can find the first 2 stories interpreted in ASL. So today I'm going to be reading Norbert's Big Dream. I love this book. This is my only book in prose. That means it's not in rhyme. And that makes it kind of special to me. It's also special because I think Norbert is the cutest pig I've ever seen. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about when you read a story in prose. At least for me, I don't know if you noticed, but when I read One Zany Zoo and Cockadoodle Oops, I didn't look at the pages. I just held up the picture so you could see, because I have those memorized. Because when you write, you rewrite and rewrite and rewrite, and especially in rhyme. You have to redo the verses and reread them over and over again to make sure that the meter, which is the rhythm, is just right. So by the time those are published, I've read them so many times that I have them memorized. Like when you know a song by heart, it's the same thing. A story in prose is not quite the same. I mean, you do have to edit it a lot, but you don't have to reread every line over and over again because it doesn't have to fit a certain meter. So you'll notice I will have to read most of this. I do have some of it memorized because I did write it and I've shared it a lot with students, but I'm not going to be able to read it off the top of my head like I do my others. All right. So let's get started. Norbert's Big Dream, written by me, Lori Degman, illustrated by Marco Bucci. And as I said before, I think that's the cutest pig ever. Here's the title page. This is my own. I had signed this for my mom, and she let me borrow this because I ran out of my other copies. But this is the title page. I think Norbert's so cute. Written by me, Lori Degman, illustrated by Marco Bucci. Most pigs are satisfied just rolling in the mud or slurping slop or snoozing in the shade. But not Norbert. That's Norbert. Norbert was a pig with a dream. Since he was a wee piglet, Norbert dreamed of swimming the English Channel. If you don't know about the English Channel, I don't want to take the time now to do it, but maybe that's something that you and your friends or your siblings or your parents or grandparents, whoever you're home with, can help you look up online or in an encyclopedia so you can learn more about the English Channel and why it's so important to Norbert that he swim it. And there he is dreaming of it. And when he was big enough, he started training. Finally, said Norbert. So while the other pigs rolled in the mud, Norbert practiced his flutter kick. And while they slurped slop, Norbert munched muscle-building food. And while they snoozed in the shade, Norbert did push-ups. Did you ever see a pig do push-ups? I haven't. And Norbert. Day after day he trained. Night after night he dreamed. Don't you love that illustration? I was so excited when Marco Bucci decided to make that the cover illustration because I love it so much. There's a couple others that I really love too, and I'll show those to you. I mean, I love all of them, but my favorites are this one and there's one more that I really especially love. So, night after night, he dreamt about it because he really wanted to do it, but he didn't just dream, he also trained. So it's really important that when you're working towards a dream or a goal, that you work at it. You don't just announce it and then it's going to happen. You have to work at it. And Norbert did. Until the day he knew he was ready. "I'm off to swim the English Channel," he told his friends. They snickered, they snorted, they squealed. "No pig has ever crossed the English Channel," they said, "not even in a boat." "Then I'll be the first," Norbert shouted. He's not going to let that stop him. Norbert squeezed into his swim trunk and caps. He snapped on his goggles and flopped into his flippers. He greased himself up to keep out the cold. "I'm ready," he said. "Which way to the English Channel?" Unfortunately, this was something Norbert hadn't considered. "Is it behind the barn?" "Nope." "Over the hill?" "Nope." "Around the bend?" No channel. I love that illustration. Poor Norbert, he's so disappointed. After all his training, he can't find the channel. "How can I cross the English Channel if I can't even find it?" Norbert sighed. Maybe his big dream was only a dream after all. He wiped off the grease. He unsnapped his goggles and flopped out of his flippers. He peeled off his swim cap and plodded back to the farm. Poor Norbert. "Wait, what's that?" Norbert squealed. See that sign that says Norbert's Channel? Also, do you see his friends? They can see what's happening. Do you think they're the ones who made the sign? I think they might be. Squeeze, snap, flop. He took a deep breath and dove in. Do you love his little swim trunks? He huffed and puffed and piggy paddled as hard as he could. "Hooray, I crossed Norbert's Channel. I'm living the dream." Do you see his friends peeking? They know what's going on. Norbert raced back to the farm to share the good news. "Thanks, everyone. I wish you could have been there to see it." They were there, weren't they? But he didn't know it. The sign says, "Congratulations, Norbert, world champion swimmer." He's got some really good friends. After the celebrations, things went back to normal on the farm. The pigs rolled in the mud. They slurped slop, and they snoozed in the shade. But not Norbert. Norbert was a pig with a new dream. Look what he's dreaming about. I think that's Mount Everest. He's hoping he can climb Mount Everest. You think he'll do it? I don't know. And there's the back of the book. That's really a continuation of the front, which I love. It's one big scene. I love that. The end. I hope you liked that story. I hope you like Norbert as much as me. I think he's just the cutest pig ever. And before I tell you what my suggestion is for a writing assignment and illustrating, I thought I would share this with you. This is my very own Norbert. Look at his little swim trunks. Oh, wait, where's his tail? There's his tail sticking out of his swim trunks. He's got his flippers and a swim cap. I somehow lost his goggles. I'm not sure what happened to those. My friend Mac made this outfit for me. Wasn't that the nicest thing? So now I have my own Norbert. I like to bring him with when I read the story to kids in person because they really like to hold him and pet him. He's very soft. Anyways, here's my idea for a writing and illustrating prompt. Think of something that you're dreaming that you can do, and then write your big dream. Like I might write, Lori's big dream is to be a teacher of the deaf, and then I could draw a picture about it. Or Lori's big dream is to travel around the world, and then I could draw pictures of that. So whatever you dream, maybe your dream is to play an instrument, maybe it's to play a sport, maybe it's to go somewhere or do something, or just thinking way in the future about when you grow up. So just write a sentence or two about what your big dream is and then draw a picture to go with it. And again, I would love to see them, so send them to me at lori@loridegman.com, and I will respond to every email that I get. So next time I join you, I will be reading Just Read. And this again is in rhyme. Norbert was my only non-rhyming book. So next time I see you, I'll be reading Just Read, and don't forget to look for the links to the sign language interpreted One Zany Zoo and Cockle-Doodle Oops on the Interpreter's YouTube channel. All right, thanks for stopping by. Bye.